Welcome back to the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat, it became the podcast. And episode 84 is one of those diamonds in the rough. It's one of the few times where the Peppercorn Boys becomes strictly gorgeous. Because Joe is out of commission. It doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it just becomes a two-man show.
Well, this is it, Strictly Gorgeous. I completely forgot that we're called Strictly Gorgeous.
I'm taking it now. Yeah. I don't think we were, but I'm 100% running with it.
You definitely said it on the last time we did a Strictly Gorgeous episode. How many, is this our second one doing it just us, or is it probably 3 or 4?
It's a couple. Definitely there's only been one episode where it's been me and Joe with
run-in.
Oh no, yeah. two episodes. Two run-ins. And then I think probably this could be 4 or 5 now without Joe.
This is it. Joe is, like Bruno said, out of commission. It's his duster. I'll say that.
It's pretty much everything we have. I'm guessing. I actually don't know the story. Literally about 45 minutes before the pod, Scott says Joe's out of commission. Joe's done his car again. So what heavy-handed thing has he done with his car this time?
It just pulled off a door when he was trying to get in or something. Ironically, I don't think we kind of maybe spoke about it last week, but on the Monday that we were going to record on the Tuesday night, Joe's car went kaput then. And we were kind of scrambling, being like, is it going to be a Strictly Gorgeous episode? In the end, Joe got his car back right at the end of Tuesday day, at the end of his work day, and he drove over here and we did last week's episode. And then literally 7 days after he picks it up, he was out at lunch at work. He'd been asked to go out and do something.
Pick up the Starbucks?
No. It's something a lot more sad.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, it started spluttering and then the red lights came on. It's the same issue every time. But what was odd was I think this happened like 2 years ago when he first got it. And it was under warranty and they were like, no, we'll sort it. It's fine. I think it's this. It happens sometimes with dusters. And Joe was like, okay. Happened again last week. And then they were like, it's the oil filters. But it was like the exact same problem, but this time it was the oil filters. So I thought I was a bit sus that it wasn't the original problem, even though it was the exact same kind of symptom. And then today he had the same again. So I'm going to, because it's Wales, there's a chance he'll take it back in and they won't necessarily charge him because it's so soon after the other one. I'll hold my hands up if this next week on the pod and Joe's like, it cost £1,000 or the car was written off or something.
Mate.
My understanding of Wales is that they'll be like, oh, we mustn't have sorted it. We'll do this.
That's a big call, because if it's a big corporation, mate, it doesn't matter where you are in the.
There's no big corporations here. It's just
they will burn you wherever they can. They're like, we'll fix it under warranty, and then secretly knowing that it's probably going to get put just after the warranty ends, and then our luck, mate.
And Joe's the kind of person that is extremely stressed out when it comes to car stuff. You won't meet someone who probably gets more stressed out about his car.
Yeah, he doesn't like it at all.
Car problems are definitely up there with like higher stress things, like things that bother you because they're so integral to day-to-day life.
Yeah, they definitely put a spanner in the works, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think because they share a car, Joe and Lisa.
Yeah.
I think again, she works from home. He can get a lift to work, but the podcast, Peppercorn Sports Cards, are running tonight. Oh my God,
yeah. This is having an adverse effect on you. And when it let me tell you something, if there's one thing I know about Scott is he'll be all right on the night when it doesn't affect him, but as soon as it affects,
it's yeah. But no, we got to show. I'll say this as well. Peppercorn Sports Cards are running their second ever break. We're doing a select hobby box, 3 autos or mems in the boxes. You can get up to one of ones. You can get all sorts, but we're running it and we're going to give you a slab for every single purchase. And we're only doing full teams. We're not doing individual players. So it's a £33 spin and you get the spot. So whether it's the Arsenal, and it comes with a corresponding slab. So everyone walks away guaranteed 20 slabs are going out. We've got buyers, gibbies. We just thought, breaks, if you're not used to this, guys, if you're listening to this, you don't know what a break is. Essentially, you buy like a case or a box of cards, and then people buy the spot. But it's honestly, ripping wax is the biggest rip off in cards. That's like a fact.
Yeah.
Unless you're the breaker or you're selling it in a shop or whatever. People will pay 500 quid for like a Yamal spot on a 3-box break or something. And they might come away with no cards. And now they do no base. They don't send base out. So some people just don't get any cards. So what we're doing is we're sending out all the base, because if you paid for it, you got it. And
I 100%.
I hate the feeling of when you do a break and then you go, I didn't get one card.
Yeah, that really pisses me off. I was trying to find a diplomatic way of saying that.
Yeah, there's none. It's a horrible feeling. So
it's icky.
Yeah, if you feel like it's the adrenaline of doing it is amazing, and then watching the rip is unbelievable. But then once it starts to dwindle near the end, you start going, I really wish I hadn't done that. So what we're attempting to do is at least give you half your money back in slab quality. So
that's cool.
If you do £33, you get, for example, if you get the Arsenal spot, you're going to get an Arsenal slab. Not every team has their team, because I couldn't do it.
All right, yeah,
but it's close.
I was going to say that would have been very impressive.
I can't remember who the Man United spot is. I tell you exactly who it is. It's not a Man United player. It's Pulisic. Just worked out that way. And ironically, in the days today, I went, did Pulisic play for Man United? He feels like a swap deal that Man United would have done at one point.
Maybe. Has he retired now?
No, he's at AC Milan, I think, bagging in goals.
Is he? Oh, that's nice.
But
no, I don't think. When he went to Chelsea, I think that was curtain.
Yeah, and so yeah, everyone
he did go to Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely at Chelsea, and then he went out on loan and came back, and then went on loan or something. Chelsea have every player, so if you buy a player, you have to go via Chelsea.
Yeah, it's mental.
So yeah, if you buy a spin, you spin it, and I've tried to make the worse the teams with the worse the break spots, the better slabs to an extent.
I like that. So is it just English teams or is it foreign as well?
It's a Premier League hobby box. So it's the 20 teams from 24-25 season, or a season that just finished. So if you get Ipswich, you also get a slab. And I think Ipswich gets a Giroud slab, if I remember correctly, because I recently uploaded it.
Wow.
But you get Ipswich cards. So you could get a Delap, you could get anything. So you're going to get whatever you get out of the break plus the slab. I just do a little bit of promotion there because young Elton Prince of the WWE would want me to put that promotion out, I feel like.
For sure. We need to get him on it. That's for sure.
Yeah. No,
I want him
closing
ripping,
in.
I want him ripping some packs. That's exciting. I'm definitely going to be in for that.
Yeah, a bit of exciting. I think we'll do it I think it was next Tuesday night, yeah. So tomorrow night, technically. I think it'll be a bit of fun in the evening. We're doing an evening one this week as well, but that would have happened by the time this goes out, which is going to be just our usual Super 8s.
Nice. And yeah, so at time of recording, that's pretty much you're Dunzo, so you need to be in. But
it could be Tuesday. You might be going, do you know what, tonight I'm going to get on there. Exactly. I'm going to go in there and buy a spot. I need to get a spot.
A couple of episodes ago, we did say, "Are you still here?" We threw it in right at the end of the pod, and always our ride and die, our part of the Peppercorn community, the general, always repping, always there. So shout out to her,
shout out Sammy
for always being there, even to the end.
And I'll say this as well. Little Red is a listener. Sometimes we know he's a listener, sometimes we don't. But he was here the other week, and I showed him in here, and he went. Did he come? Oh yeah, I don't think I ever explained what happened. Now I'll explain. No. So he came in here, and he literally stood where I'm sat now, and he goes, "Oh, is that why you talk to Lissy through the door?" And I was like, "He listens.
He watches.
Potentially, yeah."
Yeah.
So no, last week we did the suit thing. I think we talked about it briefly.
Yeah, we did the suit thing, but I thought he was hightailing it back out of there.
Why did I not mention this last week? So we went to leave, and obviously because we weren't sure whether he was going to turn up red hot and angry about the whole situation, or whether he was going to turn up very like, "I'm so sorry." It turns out he turned up very like, "I'm sorry, yeah, well, let's get this done." And then he was like, "I'll hang around for a bit. I know I've got to get back, but I'll come around to whatever." And I said, "I want to take Dad to get Gregg's." which does this make sense to you? I bought Dad a box of Yum Yums.
Yeah.
I bought him a sausage, cheese, and bean melt, which I believe is the staple.
Yeah, I think
right?
it's a Gregg speciality. It's not. I don't think it's a staple because I think their sausage rolls are their staple.
So I bought sausage roll as well.
Or their vegan sausage rolls are probably their staple, like because it is. However, you very rarely anywhere else get the bean and cheese
sausage, yeah.
Sausage, beans, and cheese. What's it called?
I call it pasty. So is it a pasty or is it a bake?
No, it's a slice.
Slice.
So that it is synonymous. It's synonymous
Very
with
good.
them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would say their staple is their sausage rolls. That's just me being biased though, and being an absolute fat fatty.
Yeah, brother loves a sausage roll. No, but I bought a sausage roll as well because I thought I could see what he's going to do. He's going to get all in his mouth with that first one and go, "Why is there beans in here?" He ended up eating it and was like, "I'd never choose to eat that again."
Yeah.
He enjoyed the sausage roll. But I said to Kieran, "Do you want to meet us at Gregg's? Because we'll get some lunch. Joe was going to get some for Lisa." Just stuff like that. And I was like, and then from there, we'll figure out what to do. And he comes to Gregg's and he said, "Yeah, I'll come over and see the young one, the baby."
Wow.
And I was like,
I didn't think he was going to do it. I was actually going to call him out. I was like, do you want to meet the little peppercorn?
Yeah. And he was like, well, basically, it's 40, like, I'm adding 45 minutes to the journey.
Yeah,
that's all. So it's not the worst. And he was like, yeah, that's no problem. And he said, I'll drop Joe home as well because he was separate because Lisa's dad had already gone just after Lisa's dad went.
We didn't ever talk about the handshake that almost shook Wales, the foundations of Joe and Lisa's house. Sorry to interrupt there, but I feel like there were two fulfilled testosterone ex-rugby lads with
testosterone lacking
and myself
aging,
and we went in, and I don't understand, like we held a handshake and we went hard. And we didn't say a thing.
That's what you're supposed to do. 5 seconds. Was there any eye contact?
There was the full eye contact and a smile at the end, and then Joe was the one that
broke it.
Said stuff about it. Otherwise, him and I were just gonna play it off like just mutual respect. We just needed to know which one was gonna back down, and neither of us did.
Some say you'd be shaking to this day if Joe had broken it up. Sometimes you need a bro nearby just to break up any kind of handshake between two men like that. Yeah. No, you're right. That was earth-shattering. But Kieran goes, "No, I'll take Joe home and I'll meet you at yours." And I was like, "Perfect." So I drive home. No lie, there was 3 diversions to get home. It took us around an hour and a half to do a 40-minute journey. And
was Kieran all right with that?
Well, at this point, I didn't know. I was just trying to get home, make sure the baby's all good, these kind of things. Got home. They left at the same time. He was going the opposite direction 5-10 minutes anyway. So I was like, he'll be behind us, whatever. And then about halfway home, I thought, he hasn't messaged to say what's going on with the diversions. And I thought, maybe he'll just have his sat-nav on and I'll sort him out. And I don't want to confuse him. Because I'll spook him if I say there's diversions. He'll end up driving to like Wigan or somewhere and panicking. So I was like, all right, I'll just leave it. I get home after an hour and a half. Goes about 45 minutes to an hour, and I think, that's odd. Like and I think, I don't want to confuse him, but I'll give him a couple more minutes. And then we got busy with some baby stuff. 2 hours passed since you remember. So it's 3.5 hours since we left him at Gregg's. And I messaged Lisa. And
I was home by then.
Yeah, no, you had messaged before I'd heard from him. And I said, "Do you know when Kieran left?" And she goes, "He's right in front of me." And I went, "Oh, he's still with you?" And she was like, yeah, we got chatting. So then I messaged Kieran. I was like, "What's going on?" He was like, "I got chatting with Lisa and Joe. Like, we're having a good time. So I'll be over in a bit." I was like, it's not a problem with me. Like, I've got to be
cool, yeah.
So about an hour and a half later, he turns up. He had no issues with the journey. And he'd never seen the upstairs. He hadn't seen the baby.
No, he hadn't. It's been a while since he's been up.
He never saw Lissy pregnant. Mad, right? Missed a whole chapter though, which is crazy.
He missed a big one.
It's a big one. And He came in, obviously.
What a terrible friend.
The way Kieran is, you can imagine he walked in, he picked the baby up, he tapped him on the back, got a burp out of him that we hadn't been able to. Put him on his back. He said, show me around then. He's rubbing his back. And I was like, God, this guy is just a natural dad.
With his mitts.
Yeah, just he had like a signet ring on there. And I was just like, he feels safe there. And we showed him around, and that's when he realized, he's like, oh, this is where you record by. I was, yeah. Showed him my cards. Big ick. He seemed interested. But and then he got to the end, and he goes, "I go, we're having spatchcock with fresh bread," which in the ethos of Kieran and I, that's like a big staple moment. So Kieran and I went to Thorpe Park with Lissy and Mia once.
What a crew!
Do you remember this?
I don't.
I wasn't there. It's a good 9 years ago, and it was red hot. We went through the day. We had a great day. We dropped Mia off, and then we drove home. When we got home, we didn't eat at the park or anything. You just dehydrated, you're hungry and everything. We got in and my dad had made peri-peri chicken, spatchcock.
He went through a phase of
he spatchcocked anything.
A chicken. Yeah.
Oh no, it didn't have to be chicken.
If it had a spine, it was out.
It was when he broke it and flattened it. And as soon as we got in, literally it was coming out the oven. He had buttered a load of like fresh sourdough. And Kieran and I stood there, I reckon, for 45 minutes just loading up chicken onto this and just eating it. And I remember to this day, like every now and then we'll just both bring it up to each other and be like, do you know how good that chicken was? And ironically, and we were like, that's fate. You need to have dinner with us. He's like, no, 100%.
You kept him.
Yeah. So he had dinner. This got to about 8, 9. Lissy went for a nap.
When did he drive home?
Yeah. We then settled into Anthony Jeselnik's stand-up. He thought it was fantastic, so we moved into
the new one,
the newest one. Yeah. Then we settled into the magician guy that I can't remember his name that does stand-up. It's really good. And then we put on Cody Rhodes with Kevin Owens, Damian Priest on the podcast thing. It's now at midnight, and he goes, "I'm not going home." I was like, "No, we're not." And
that's a good night.
Yeah. He left at like 6 a.m. He got up with me for the shift in the morning.
Yeah.
And then he left.
That's a spot on night, to be fair.
Yeah, it just turned into a whole day. Yeah, it was actually quite.
That's beautiful.
Can't believe I didn't bring that up on the podcast last week.
I can't. One, you didn't bring it up on the podcast last week, and you left me in the absolute dark for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Usually I tell you everything because you get.
I am hella FOMO for sure.
Yeah, I bet you do. You're too busy with your other friends.
I know. That's why it doesn't matter.
And you Irish goodbye people.
I honestly, do you know how like there's those little, I brought it up a couple of weeks ago, there's those like weird scientific facts or something where it's like people that Irish goodbye save 2 years of their life.
Yeah.
I think that's not far off. It felt liberating.
I'm too a certain way to not do it. I'll tell you what could do with it. Wrestling business could do with the Irish goodbye.
Yeah, I bet.
My word, before a show is tough, but at least people are turning up in drips. You have to shake everyone's hand. You've seen him an hour ago. Hello, good to see you. And you do, there's probably 40 people you shake their hands. After a show, there's ring crew, the wrestlers, their family, fans that are just randomly in there. There's so many people. You end up shaking like 80 people's hands, and you go into different circles. They start talking to you. And I've started to say, like, some of the older boys, I think Yeston's really good at it. He just goes out the back like the fire exit. It just kind of slowly disappears like Homer into the bushes.
Yeah.
And you see him at the next show. He's like, all right. You're like, yeah. I didn't need to go around and say goodbye to every single person, but it feels rude, doesn't it? It does feel rude.
It does feel rude, but also I ain't got time for that. I went and had a look. My auntie and sister were like deep in like grouped conversations, so I would have had to interrupt that. And then I was like, I'm not going around the whole thing. Like, I'm not that important. To the night. And I found out I wasn't, because it took Alex about 3 hours to say, hey mate, where did you leave? So life goes on.
And this is
and I'm happy with
I'm
that.
so glad you realised you're not the main character. Why were your sister and auntie there? Did they play rugby too? In the
weirdly enough, it was a 40th birthday for one of their friends.
Was it Alsford?
So it was very Alsford.
But was it in Alsford?
Centric. It was at the Globe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're in Alsford, You'll see every ghost of the Christmas past. You'll see everyone you've ever known.
Honestly, I said it was Amy's 40th birthday, which
Amy
means
Buckle.
Ellie in our
Went out with her.
year. There we go. He could have, but
I'm going to say this, though. I need to confess to something about that.
All sorts of people were there.
I don't know if I've ever explained this on the podcast, and it's certainly not right. I think this is a teaching moment. I went out with her, and I hope you blocked her second name at least.
I blocked. Yeah, I would have.
I went out with her for chocolate.
I think I remember you telling me this.
So she asked me out, which, you know, I was a sort back then. You remember that? There was always someone. Do you know what I mean?
Was this pre Tila Tequila or post?
This is right in the midst, I think. But I had my,
give me some chocolate.
I had a roster. Do you know what I mean? Like that's, you know what I mean? When I was 14, I had a roster. And I remember she came up to me and said, would you go out with me? Would you go steady? Well, not her words. She's a very shy, lovely person. And I went, and I pondered it for a little bit. And I thought, you know, that'd lock. I was like, I'll lock me down. You know what I mean, for a minute. And then she goes, "What if I brought you an Easter egg every day?" And you know, Bruno, you know,
that's the way to your
my heart is my belly, but particularly the type of chocolate that you make Easter eggs with.
Yeah, and I fixation with that.
I said, would you refrigerate them? And she said, of course. And I went, I said, I'm your boyfriend. And I moved out the back singing NSYNC Boyfriend with whoever's in that song. Nelly, is it? I don't know.
I think so.
Would you be my girlfriend? Yeah, but I did that. And I did it for maybe longer than you'd expect. And then I said,
because Daddy was getting the chocolate. So
Daddy was getting the chocolate. So
the chocolate train couldn't finish.
Yeah, I'd say nephew was getting his chocolate. But I mean, he went, pump the brakes, stop spending your money on chocolate. I think we need to end this. And we ended it after a short romance, as romantic as that whole story was. But I just wanted to put out there, guys, if you're listening to this and you're any age, really, that is totally wrong. You should not 100%. Do whatever I did there. And I think it's awfully big of me to have admitted to that, Bruno. Now you should admit to some of your wrongdoings. Go ahead. When I say that, does something jump to your head? I should probably admit to this.
No, because I haven't got enough
girlfriends,
relationships. Yeah,
who's on your roster now?
Zero people on my roster.
You got a WNBA team of like 5 or something? You got anything like that? No, do you remember that? Remember that WNBA team in Old Reds that thought you were Luke Combs?
Yeah,
shredded 6'4", all walked in there and went, "Luke Combs is in here. This is mad." And you went. I'll tell you what. Actually, Max hadn't heard the whole story of you and the dermatologist in Old Reds, and I actually told him that in front of a couple of donkeys this week. True story. True story.
That was on a Friday.
Max went, "Oh," and you went, "No, do you know how the conversation started?" This is to repeat the Max. He comes over and goes,
"Bruno's a very good-looking lad."
Not far.
Oh, come on.
He goes, "What did he say?" He goes, "I didn't know because you were talking about Bruno being bigger or something." He said, "I didn't know Bruno was bigger." He said, "Because he's stunning." And I went, "He's gorgeous, isn't he?" He goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Now he's dropped the weight." And I showed him a recent picture. He goes, "I didn't know he was." He goes, "Honestly, I thought he was like 6'4", jacked, shredded, big, just a big shredded guy." And I was like, I was like, "No, he was big." I said, "He's dropped some lbs." And he's like, "Oh, that's mad." He said, I don't really want to roast him anymore." He's like, "That's cool." I said, and I went, he's such a catch. And this is the joke inside the Peppercorn, all 5 of us is, Bruno is the catch. And he's the only one that hasn't been caught. And that's the funniest part.
Statistics, isn't it?
Statistics, in it. Can that be the name of the episode? Statistics, in it.
1 in 4 people are doomed to be like single forever, and you've all been wifed up. So I've had to take the
1 in 4.
Heat.
Wow.
I've had to take the heat.
That means only 4 and 16, and then in the Peppercorns there's 5, and 4 of them are married.
Thanks, guys,
essentially. Well, I don't know, nearly. No, but he brought that up, and he was like, "Yeah," and I said, "Not just that, Matt."
All right.
Not just that, Nigel.
Chill.
I said, "Listen here, Max. He's an a la carte level chef." he went, no. And I said, he was a chef for 10 years. He was like, how is this guy? How is this guy not? And I was like, it beats me. And then I said, but his problem is he's frigid.
I'm too self-deprecating.
No, he's not. You're the opposite of self-deprecating. This guy he knows he's the best. That's the problem.
Yeah. As well. Yeah.
Yeah, as well. You're not self-deprecating. He's just got no game. I said, and then I explained the old Red situation, and he went
100% accurate. Yeah.
As the story went on, he's like, you never get a situation like that. And I was like, And I said, and the brother went,
big man fumbled at the 1 yard line.
He went, here's the Super Bowl at the 1 yard line. He went, I'm okay. I think I'll just throw it backwards if that's okay. And we'll go to the locker room and we'll hang out with the boys.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, he did the complete opposite, which is quite impressive, really. But he learned that story in full, which he enjoyed.
Moving on, though, with editing these podcasts, that I can choose what to
where you look good and everyone else.
Yeah, we get what not to.
Can we talk about your thumbnails then? You start with this one.
And me,
forced himself.
And me looking good, brother. You have been on my case for years. How my hair is just short and just up. It's just Lego hair. It's just anything, not really complimentary at all in the absolute slightest. And what's brother gone and done now?
What right now?
It's very, very similar. If you were to ask me,
it's way short, bro. This is about an inch off my head. You can't really see because it's a black background. Look.
Nah, that is scarily close to what you've been ridiculing me for the past couple years. I've got
a grade 6 goatee, a grade 3 here. It is lined up on the neck. It is faded into about an inch. And what did I have last week? Overgrown everything. So I'm just saying, not 1 week do you have a big. Yeah, you're not true. Liver King 1 week, and then this week, boring accountant.
I tell you what, though, we both bought that MLB game, the show, and I gave myself a 2-part beard because I was hoping for an actual decent tash, but I gave myself like a stubble, right. And then I gave the big tash.
Yeah, baseball tash.
Yeah, that. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty sick.
You look great, Andy from Every Time I Die.
Yeah, I feel like I might have to do that.
Yeah, if you faded in that side and then had a little twisty boy.
Yeah, and then but it's the hair that goes with it.
I think you should have just slightly longer hair that you can just brush back because your hair sits nice. So if you put a little bit of product in and just swept it back, you know how like Lucas Scott, Chad Michael Murray, he's kind of grown his hair a little bit.
Okay,
not quite that length.
I
think you could get away with that.
You think?
Yeah, because you've got enough textures and nice colours and
what, and then still have the shorts back and side.
I think you need to grow out a little bit. You need a little bit longer, just so it's more of a, like an adult, like a Paul Rudd. Like a. I wouldn't say Bon Jovi. Maybe it's not that show.
Maybe I do try that because we are this year is going incredibly fast, and I definitely want to not be the prototypical what we say I am each year in those predictions.
Yeah. Well, it's only been 22 years since you had this look, so that's not true either. But
no,
yeah, I think just a little length.
I went so hard in the paint.
I know exactly who you should look
in my teens.
Yeah, you did. Cypher PK, that kind of hair.
He's got very good hair.
He's Armenian, I think, or something. So he's got a real bushy, but you've got real good, nice hair that if you could have that kind of, it's bushier, but you can just put product in and push it back. So not like pushed to your head. There's a volume to it, but you can kind of push it. It's just whether you keep putting product in it or whether you get fed up with it and it'll just be sitting. Because you get fed up with it if it's just sat on your face, but you'd have to put product in. Or you just wear a hat or a headband when you're in the house.
True.
Just so you don't feel yucky or whatever. Yucky.
Yucky.
I look like I should be from Croatia or something right now. I've gone real short with it. I look like Xhaka or someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's some kind of.
But
I run you midfield quite well and get a red card.
for sure last week and the week before you were verging on my hair. So I'm taking it only as a compliment that you were so in the paint.
Yeah, I'm going to correlate that to something else that's really funny. Kieran would do a drop kick in a match, and then he'll watch WWE. Someone would do a drop kick, and he'd go, "Stole my move." This is what you're doing with hair. If you had a mohawk that has like a certain look or something, and then it was copied, I mean, hey, look at every man with short hair. Yeah. It's your hair. The thing is, it can't be yours. If I like 1 week, if I had fire on my head, or do you know what I mean, like I dyed it orange, then you'd be like, well, this guy. And also, I can't do it because you have like volume here and then over, whereas mine does that kind of like Tintin thing where it kind of goes into like one piece. So I nearly shaved it today. What do you think I would look like if I had like? It's not this short, but it's like.
I want to see. I want to see what it's going to look like. I think you'd be all right.
I think you'd look all right, but
I think you'll pull it off all right.
I'm gonna do it now. Should we do it on the episode? I'll do it on the episode next week if I fancy it.
Please, yeah. If we get 10 likes on this podcast,
let's lift it. I mean, I'm an inch away from it.
I tell you what. I was over at Josh's on Saturday night, and he was in the kitchen.
Yeah,
big man. Notoriously, I'm calling everyone big man tonight. The notoriously says doesn't want to subscribe to our podcast. So what did I do? I went and subscribed.
What on his TV?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him because he won't be listening to this.
That's very true. Yeah, that's my favorite thing about friends that don't support friends is mad. But again, if you're in a small business or anything like that, you'll really find out who wants to help and who doesn't. Very good.
I'll tell you what, though, if he started a podcast, would you listen to it?
No, but if
it goes two ways.
I would download it.
All right.
I would subscribe and download it and download every episode for the view. I do that to like anyone I know who has a podcast or a YouTube. I'll watch the videos just to give a view.
I'm still waiting for your Sesko versus Jokeres breakdown.
I'll tell you what
I asked for a while ago, and now it's getting too close to what you're actually getting. So
it's just taking a twist.
I don't want to know your biased opinion on it now.
It's just taking a twist. I said on the podcast this last week on Gunners Russ that who I want and who I think will happen was I guessed that we'd end up with Eze, Madwaki, and Jokeres as the three. And I said, I'm happy with that. I don't necessarily need Rodrigo. I really want Eze, and I think Jokeres is just plug and play. And it seems that way. But it just took a twist, apparently, on my Twitter just before I started, that Sporting have made it really difficult. So he's had to fly home, so they can't get a deal fully done or something, which screams he's ending up at United.
Nah, because we can't even get Mbeumo over the line, and we're fumbling that. So
Calvert-Lewin, though, and Callum Wilson might be in there, though.
It's disgusting.
You're making Everton.
How far we have fallen is disgusting.
Yeah.
The fact that no one can leave, no one wants to leave, is beyond me.
Yeah, no. Like Bruno Fernandes, why is he not going to go? Like, he's a top player.
He 100%. I think he doesn't want to. He's not at that time where he's Saudiified yet.
No, but he has time to go to a real team.
But it depends who wants.
Yeah, and wages and all that. Yeah.
Who not like basically? There's probably 4 or 5 teams max, and I don't think any of them want him.
Yeah.
Or are willing to pay 100 mil.
Yeah. Is it this transfer window is absolutely madness?
Yeah.
At the minute,
it's a bit weird because of the Club World Cup as well. Yeah. But I don't really like it.
No, but by next season, I don't know who's going to be playing where. It feels like the most FIFA's gone too long transfer window. Like someone's got on there and just got like, a Liverpool fan's got on there and gone, do you know, I'm going to sell Trent, but I'm going to buy Wirtz. And you're like, that wouldn't happen. And then it happened. Yeah. And they might buy Isaac or someone. And you're just like,
if they get Isaac as well, that's. I think that they might have. They won't go back to back because I feel like they're going to fall off, and I feel like, it was too perfect. And when you bring like two bigger signings in as well, sometimes like everyone's like on them and be like too much pressure. Like last year they had zero expectation to win the title. They won the title. This year they've got pretty much all the expectation to win the title.
Even more with the signings.
The only one that really does that is Pep. And I think City will be back up there. But I think Liverpool will fall off. However, obviously Jota passing, I feel like that could galvanize
a team like them
as well. Yes,
that was awful, by the way. That really affected me.
Anyone taking in their prime, athlete or not, leaving a wife and kids after
3 Beagles as well.
Life and 3 Beagles. It's one of those things that puts life in context. And I know a lot of people are out there like, but anyone that dies in a car is tragic. Why are we only making?
But we don't know who they are.
Now? But we don't, and
that's the annoying part. Like, at the end of the day,
it doesn't make it any less upsetting.
Well, if someone walked into, like a stranger walked in and told me that exact story about one of their sons, I'd be devastated for that as well. I just don't hear about it. But the Jota one, I think, like the story of it as well is he couldn't go on a flight because his doctor recommended because of his lung to drive home.
Yeah.
So his brother just went on the trip just to keep him company so he didn't fall asleep. And they went only in the evening because they thought it'd be cooler to drive. Like, as in, like, just colder.
Yeah.
So all these things had to happen for that. And it's just, honestly, it destroyed me. And it was a real reminder, that no matter how hard you work and the level you can get in your field, it can all be taken away. And the time with your family and stuff like that is so much more important, your friends. And it's just a reminder because you can be a multimillionaire and literally at the top of your game, and life can throw that at you. So enjoy the time you do have is a big old kind of life lesson from all that. But it just really affected me. And I felt a little gross because I was like, I know it's a celebrity. You shouldn't feel like, people get weird, like, oh, if it wasn't a celebrity. I was like, no, I'd be devastated for anyone.
That story, anyone, it would be devastating.
28.
Yeah.
And we're definitely getting to that age now. I know that's completely random. It's not natural in any way. But like you hear these stories like, oh, so-and-so, like, oh, he had a heart attack. And I was like, oh, how old was he? 38. And I'm like, oh God. Like, it always felt like not
so far away.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's an older thing to happen. Here I am.
Now we're there.
Very scary. There was something we were talking about. I can't remember what it was.
You wanted to talk about the conspiracy with
Mountain Dew.
The Mountain Dew, yeah.
Controversy or controversy? How do you say it?
Oh,
that's what I wanted to ask.
Controversy.
Don't they feel like different words for different meanings?
It does. Like it's riddled in controversy, and that's a controversy. Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah.
Those two. Yeah. I feel like you can use sort of what's the word for how you say things? It's not pitch, but I feel like the dictation, maybe, I don't know.
Diction.
But yeah, I think it might be some of that, but I'm conspiracy because I feel like I'm more Americanified, which is annoying. But I don't know, actually. That's a good question, mate.
I know, yeah. Controversy. But when I hear those two, I think they're different words for different meanings, but they're not. It's the same word just being said differently.
They're not. Yeah,
and I love saying a word wrong. Like I think
you do.
It's one of my favorite things ever to do. But that one, I actually struggle to say the other one. It's just controversy to me.
Controversial. So
you couldn't do it the other way, could you?
Oh no, that's no. Conspiracy.
No, that's a different word completely.
Yeah. What's the conspiracal? Is that?
Oh, I like that one.
There's a different. I don't know. There was definitely a way.
We should have a podcast about conspiracies called that. Conspiracal. Welcome to Conspiracal.
There is something that that's an adaptation of controversy. Like when you're being
controversial.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Was there something up on the roof there? Was there like a spider pig or something?
I'm not I'm not the one for this one. But talking of that, we're probably a couple like episodes away where we should be doing another Peppercorn conspiracy file,
Yeah,
shouldn't
we
we?
definitely should.
And I came past like there's a list of 12 celebrity conspiracies.
Go ahead. Do you want to touch on the Mountain Dew one first, or do you want to do that last?
We'll do that last.
Cool.
So I'll just do quick
Love
fire,
it.
whether you think it's a conspiracy or not.
When you
Like,
finish it, I'm not going to give you any context. I'm just going to answer, and we'll come back to any ones that really interest us.
Okay. Avril Lavigne is a double ganger.
100%.
Paul McCartney is dead.
The manager or the Beatles guy, Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, yeah, he's dead.
Beyonce faked pregnancy.
Don't know enough about that song to say no.
Keanu Reeves is immortal.
Yes, 100%.
Tupac is alive.
Yeah.
Khloe Kardashian is OJ's daughter.
So that one I want to go deeper into. I've only recently touched this. I'm going to say that's not true, but I do like the idea of it. As weird as that is.
Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
Nah, come on, Stevie. We can't involve Stevie in that.
The Royals are lizard people.
Yeah, definitely. That's one idea. I don't think that's a controversy.
Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey.
Is John Benet Ramsey a chef?
No, it's the do you know Little John Benet? We watched the documentary together. You
Jesus, no, yeah. Whoa, no, she's not. But why? I want to know more about that one.
I want to know. That's the one that I read.
Of course not. But I want to know more. Yeah,
I want to know how they got to that outcome.
Yeah,
Lord is over 40.
Oh, I can see it.
Nicolas Cage is a vampire.
Yeah, most likely.
And Taylor Swift is a Satanist clone.
I think that's really mad for a songbird of our generation to say that.
Yeah.
No, but she does. She definitely has a very sharp face, and that isn't a negative. I mean, as the kids would say, face card off the charts.
Body off the charts.
Whoa! Feminists, run at him. He's just done this as well. I don't know what he's just done there. He got horned up instantly and just started talking.
No, because the Swifties will know what I'm talking about. She is on a different level with in shape at the moment.
Is she?
Yeah,
I tell you who isn't.
You've not seen the Saquon quads on her?
Yeah. She had a
T.
T on her thigh not too long ago.
Yeah, and the bicep pose.
I'll say this: I'm in better shape than Travis Kelce in a minute, but I can't perform like.
No.
I mean, that tight ends are shaped different.
Yeah, they are, but they're productive though. Did you hear about Gronkowski just sending the Bucks one training session just in COVID when they were running up? They were he did one training session, changed the shirts a bunch of times, and sent that, and just didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, it's mad.
That's crazy. That's crazy how you can phone it in.
Yeah, phone it in
a
whole franchise in the NFL. And Tom Brady is with Sophie Vergara, they reckon. Vergara.
I thought there was a slim chance it was going to be a Sydney Sweeney Tom Brady.
I think that'd be gross if that's true, but I mean that's a 25-year age difference or something.
Yeah, I know, but he's a goat in every generation. He's always had a dynasty in every single in his 20s, in his 30s, and his 40s.
Yeah. Let's just hope Sydney Sweeney don't find a movement coach or something. That's his kryptonite. That and Eli Manning.
Yeah.
Let's rewind a couple of those. I thought you were going to do Mick McCarthy at one point when you said Paul.
Did I say?
You said Paul McCarthy, and I was like,
McCarthy.
It must be Jesse McCartney's brother, my dad, or something. Paul McCartney. Yeah, I've heard some of them are like really regular that we hear a lot.
Yeah,
and I know enough about them. Yeah, like if you say 2 and 2 equals 6 enough, you start to believe it. Whereas I'm really interested in the OJ one because that whole a lot about OJ.
I don't know. Apart from the chase in the Ford in the Bronco, and him definitely killing that person and then getting away with it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the glove. You know about the glove?
I don't
Nearly
know.
ran through a wall trying to get over a edge. His blow was at the scene, but not convicted.
Ooh. So he had an affair with Kris Jenner, did he?
I believe so. Yeah. So the lawyer for him was her husband.
Oh.
So OJ's case, his lawyer was Chris Kardashian's husband. I can't remember his name. Is it Rob Kardashian?
I can't.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
the son's
I
called
think it
Rob, but
might
I don't know
be.
if the dad's also called Rob. So yeah, he was his lawyer, and there's talk that Chris and OJ
had
a little thing, and
Ooh.
then they've just gone. Do you know what? Probably Chloe.
Is OJ dead or just out of
Brother died recently.
prison now?
I think he died recently.
Okay, yeah.
He got out of prison. Well, he never went to prison, but he got on Twitter. And then died shortly after getting on Twitter.
Mm.
And even to his dying day, he was like, don't know whose glove that was. That guy just lied right through. It's mad. Like when you watch the doc, it will literally anger you.
Yeah,
because it doesn't make any sense. Like you're just like, how are you?
I find that a lot with some of them. However, I did watch the 7/7 bombing doc last night.
Did you? How's that?
It didn't make me angry. The fact that
it didn't.
No.
Jeez.
Do you know how you get angry? How Americans are so stupid?
Oh my god! Yeah.
That how did they get away? Yeah. How did they get away with that? This one was just upsetting.
Yeah. There's no redeemable qualities.
And it wasn't necessarily apart from because we were still young at that time, 2005. We went
to gigs around that time.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that they had unalived a man just incorrectly, falsely, and no one had been made accountable for that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was so after 7/7, a couple of weeks after, there was an attempt by 4 more individuals to do it, but they all failed. And in the manhunt for that, they saw a suspicious person, and apparently they said a load of things where he jumped the turnstile of the thing, he wasn't obeying orders, and then they pretty much unalived him with 8 shots.
It turned out to be nothing.
It turned out to be 100%. He was
just a guy trying to skip a ticket.
No, not even skip a ticket. He paid for it. He put the ticket through.
Oh my god!
It was the police officer that jumped the barricade.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was.
I was trying to remember that there was something else I watched on Netflix this week that I thought I like to give my little 2 cents, but I can't remember what it was. Do you remember anything going up this week?
No, apart from that.
Oh, do you know what it is? It's in my head. Quarterbacks just went up.
Oh, has it?
So I need to. That'll be my baby duty watch.
I thought that would have been closer to the season.
I wish they did, because it would be a really nice ramp up to the season. But I mean, if you watch like an episodic program, it's probably 6 weeks.
When was it recorded though?
It's all of last season.
Oh, okay, all right, that's fine.
So it comes out the following
season. Yeah. Oh, I didn't. I thought they were following those 3 this season.
No, it's the one that just been. So
that would be quite a good one because they all had different.
Really different
types of seasons. To be fair.
Yeah, and Joey B. I want to know a bit more about that guy's enigma to me a little bit.
Well, it is Joey Burrow, Macaulay Culkin.
That's another one. Yeah, I've seen both of them. I feel like.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no. That John Benet Ramsey is Katy Perry is so mad, and I don't even understand how they got to that.
The thought process.
Yeah, what was it? Do they look the same? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah,
maybe
I don't understand how you find that.
Hold on.
Like, who comes up with that one and goes, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Do I search that one in incognito or do I just?
I don't know what that means, but definitely search it.
Katy Perry, John. Benet Ramsey Reddit. That's probably what you want to go on.
Definitely.
She was never found. Was that right?
Yeah, I believe
so. I thought she was.
Yeah, they found her
tied up.
Yeah, they found her body in the basement, didn't they?
Was it days later though?
No, it was like the second time they looked around, and that's why everyone thought it was the family. Am I being that in my head?
It's because people thought she was missing, but it pretty much got debunked. So that one's absolute.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's not true
nonsense.
anyway. But I was trying to figure out how they even
that
lined.
one didn't even need our time.
No, what was the other one? There was one in there that I really liked.
You like obviously the Avril Lavigne and Doppelganger one. I don't think it's true, but
I've recently looked at her nose and mouth a lot to try and figure out if there is a difference.
Hey, Big Man used to have a poster of her on his wall for the longest time.
I remember when you did, yeah.
And you know what I didn't do?
Deface it.
I didn't deface it like you did with mine.
I still have that poster on my wall.
2-pack. It wasn't that one.
No.
The Royals being lizard people.
That's just too true, so it doesn't matter.
Lord being over 40.
No.
Nicolas Cage vampire.
No, not
Stevie
interested.
Wonder isn't blind.
That's harsh.
Paul McCartney is dead. Beyonce fake presidency. Keanu Reeves is immortal.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe there wasn't one that really.
I think there wasn't one.
I think that John Benet Ramsey one really took me by surprise.
It did.
It alerted me in a certain way.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No, we need to do a conspiracy one because there's some good ones. I feel like in nowadays there should be way more that are being uncovered.
Nah, it's too easy to debunk things now.
Do you think?
Yeah, there's too much information to hand, like right to hand. Whereas before, there's still stuff that's hidden, just like the Epstein list.
I didn't expect you to say that there, I must admit.
It's just because it's very current and release the list.
Yeah.
Just release it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. P. Diddy's out.
It's that is wild to me too.
Yeah.
My God, there's going to be some backlash coming.
He would do a redemption story and he'd be absolutely fine. That's what's so sad about it.
No. I'm not talking about that kind of backlash.
Yeah, for the people that spoke,
yeah.
They're all going to go missing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Should we start getting some of them on the podcast? Should we get
his bodyguard or whatever it was that really testified to a lot of the stuff?
And he even said, well, if he ever gets out, I'm in trouble. And then he's like, well, I'm in trouble. Yeah, I've always been interested by Jay-Z's involvement in how close he is with P. Diddy, but everyone still loves Jay-Z.
Yeah, he never really got any, and anything that Jay-Z has done sketchy because he's cheated on Beyonce a lot as well.
I believe so, yeah. I don't get Jay-Z, I think that maybe greatest rapper of all time, but there's a
human.
Yeah, there's a grey cloud that I feel like no one talks about. And then people that are super woke are like, oh, Jay-Z's the best. I love Jay-Z. And I'm like, are we not all reading the same articles? That are like,
it's this, yeah. It's the same with everyone. I can't believe there are so many people that are very all over Chris Brown right now. I'm like,
yeah,
he's a bad dude.
Have you seen the video of the person outside saying, do you know he's wanted in this many places? And they're like, some of them go, yeah. And they're like, and you still happy to come? Yeah, I like his music. Did you know he did this? And they're like, yeah, I guess I did. And it just makes them feel bad. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Do you just support the music or but you're still supporting the person who's bad? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like there is some morality to certain things that we can't really listen to Lost Prophets. And if we ever do, we have never condoned. We're not listening to it for him.
No, exactly.
So I don't know. Or Issues. I haven't really listened to Issues, and
I forget Issues.
I don't know if that was fully like that wasn't mainstream, obviously, because they're not mainstream. But
yeah,
it's still put. I can't enjoy music from that. So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a real tough one. It is really tough to know what was. I remember back in the day, there was like a football player did something, and I was like, but I'm not supporting the guy, the human. I want to see football. But then as you get older, you go, nah, don't like it. But hey,
it puts sour taste. It is weird though. I just, in those situations, I try not to have such a visceral reaction on either side, because there is probably something that I have condoned. Maybe like people could think that I'm still a Logan Paul lover, even though he's done some questionable things. but I don't think they're too questionable.
Whoa, guys,
I
put it in
know,
the chat. He doesn't think it's questionable, all the shady stuff he's done.
yeah.
You
It's
said that you said
it's that
you
type
don't
of
want people to
thing.
think you're not, that you are still a Logan lover, but I think you are, aren't you?
I am, yeah,
Logan for life. You did say it.
yeah.
I'll say this. I'll keep up with his vlogs now because he's in WWE. He did the Vine Street bit, and my God, did that give me some nostalgia?
Major
Yeah.
nostalgia.
So hey,
I don't know. It's tough.
I'll just say this:
So
shout out
maybe I
Jackson
have
Holiday,
mine.
shout out Adley Rochman, shout out Colton Kaza, shout out Lorenzo Ohan, the boys. They're bringing it back. We're going to win the World Series. Gunnar
Hopefully
Henderson.
so. I literally watched the highlights from 2 days ago before the pod.
They didn't play last night. I think they're playing again tonight. They won a series 3-0.
Yeah. Against the A's, was it?
It was the Braves.
Braves. Yeah.
By the way, you're falling for something that really winds me up. Not you, the situation. The Oakland A's have an A. Then, like someone else, there's another team that's something A's, Angels. There's an A. Then the Atlanta really Braves have an
have
A.
The A. Yeah.
Why not have the B? Because everyone's using their second. The Orioles were using an O.
Yeah, always. Yeah. That because I got in the show, I initially got drafted by the A's, and then I went to college.
Yeah, so I just said this. I did high school, whatever. I'm sure it's the same for everyone.
I'm learning so much because I didn't realize they got drafted from high school.
Drafted from high school.
That's too young.
And then you can decide to have a 3-year with college, and you can switch team. You can redraft at the end of college. Then you go in, when you join a team, you then get put in AA.
Yeah.
And then you have to go from AA to AAA, which is the minors. Then you got to go to the majors, which is the main team. So for example, Jackson Holiday, Orioles, one of our best players, 21-year-old. His dad is a World Series champion with St. Louis. His uncle is a coach. His little brother is coming through at the minute. He's getting drafted out of high school. He came in, had a great first 6 or 7 weeks, and was straight into the majors at 20. Then they said, you're not good enough. And he dropped down to AAA for 3 months. Then came back and absolutely stormed the end of the season. And now he's the majors this year. So you can drop back down. If your form goes, you drop down into... But every team has a AAA team and a AA team.
I feel that is... Why is it so complex?
But anyway,
I don't think
I'll tell you this,
does it need to be.
What's your position on that game?
I made...
Are you a two-way?
But I just made a fundamental mistake. Wow, you're getting balloons in it. You're getting thumbs up balloons and everything. I made a massive mistake because I didn't realize, because I was a pitcher and I was an opening pitcher as well as a batter. Yeah, I know. I was putting too much on myself, and then I was center field.
As well as so once you're not pitching, you're center field. And if you're not that, you're batting.
I didn't realize.
Oh my God!
I wanted all the glory.
Yeah.
And then when I got drafted, because I got drafted to the Orioles because I chose them, and then I didn't realize that it was going to do it. I thought I could say my preference. And I didn't realize it was actually just going to do it, which was, oh well. But halfway into it, because I was in their AAA team or whatever, their AA team, whatever the first one is, and it asked me, do I want to stay a dual threat? And I was like, no, I just want to bat.
Yeah.
But there is no batting. There is no.
No, you got to be center field and bat.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah, so the day when you're playing, you'll play center field 4 out of the 9 innings. Yeah. And you'll bat 4 out of 3 or 4 out of the 9 innings. And then you'll have a day off.
Now.
And then you'll go again.
I'm learning. Yeah. This is mental.
But I got drafted to the Tigers, did college, simmed 3 years of college. And at the end of that, they said...
Oh, it sims it for you.
Yes. And then they said, you're in the AA. I did a whole season of AA, went to the playoff thing, lost. I was a finishing pitcher, like a closer, and I was center outfield, and I was a batter. So double two-way like you, but I do one innings of pitching. But even that was annoying me. So I did a year of that. Then next year wasn't great. And then the next year I was like, I'm like 6 years since I got drafted out of high school. And I was like, I'm nowhere near even AAA.
Touching.
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So I said, can I go just as a hitter and a center fielder? Or like a whatever.
Is it a center fielder? So what's your outfield? Is it center?
I'm outfield like the back center.
Okay.
Center outfield.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm honestly probably the worst at throwing, at fielding, and the worst at base running.
So I've got really good at them now. It's taking time. They're like you have to do the R2 and then move the toggle, and then the other one you have to go code, do little codes. And since I've gone to a hitter, I'm moving through the ranks really quickly, and I'm now in AAA by the end of that season. And they're saying that they've drafted me to the Colorado Rockies. So I'm in their AAA team, and the owner has come to watch me play now. So I'm so close to going to the majors. But I'm just a hitter now, and I'm getting better because as your stats are going up, because you have to go up to the top and use your
so prospects. Yeah.
Once you start using all your coins, you get up there to like 74, 75.
Coins.
Yeah. The hitting becomes way easier. But I hit everything, but it gets caught a lot. So you're a bit. Yeah. It reminds me so much of the cricket games that we used to have.
It's very much. I could very much see us lying on the floor, Backstreet Boys,
Hours.
Bayless, and just literally just going at it.
Oh. Pause. Yeah, but no, you're dead right. That's been a good episode with Strictly Gorgeous, Bruno.
Mate, it's been one for the ages. We didn't even touch the Mountain Dew conspiracy.
We'll get to that next week. We'll do more conspiracies coming up. You can catch us on YouTube, Peppercorn Boys. Great thumbnail.
Oh yeah, you didn't actually say about the thumbnail. You wanted to say something about last week's thumbnail.
Oh, just keep gagging yourself with the hand. You keep pulling your head down.
I have to do something different. Sorry, go back to our call to actions.
And you listen to us on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Let your friends know about it. And like I said, YouTube, we've got great thumbnails. But give us a comment, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Just check out us on all forms. And we're on Peppercorn Sports Cards and whatnot. We're also Gunners Rouse on other things. Bruno's on LinkedIn probably. And go get your gas and electric from Utility. We'll see you next week. You, Bruno.
Let the people say